Welcome.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And we already knew that Hurts was a good quarterback. But last year, he moved to elite status. Under his guidance, the Eagles returned to the Super Bowl and nearly won it. He's also one of the league's most dangerous players. Thrown for his last 2 seasons and run for another 23.
They go with a former Lion. It's DeAndre Swift. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 65 yards. And the Eagles need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. So here come the defending champs, led out by the reigning MVP of the National Football League, a 2-time winner now in Patrick Mahomes.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up and down. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got this to the rookie, Rashee Rice. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now Mahomes. The football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. There he goes. That's courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick-6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick-6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football, 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking here for Schmidt downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On second down, Swift. Taking it right down Broadway. DeAndre Swift, touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 58 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Holding offense.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him. Don't expect.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Throwing is Mahomes on third. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. No, Patrick Mahomes, guys, he's playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away, trying to stop that, that is really difficult to do.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he stopped immediately there. And that's big Jalen Carter, the rookie, able to get him down. (21-0) our score after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? And the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down. Meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play? Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Swift going to try up the middle. Shreds into the stiff arm. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first down, Hurts. And this is caught. Touchdown. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, it's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And, CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you've already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Elliott good on the extra point, and a round is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this out, so they will start the drive at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes now on first down. A dump down to McKinnon. So he stopped for no gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. 2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Olamide Zaccheaus A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have taken a 5-touchdown lead. So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So some plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce.
And Kelce's going to have a Chiefs first down as the tackle going to be made up at the 37.
Now Mahomes.
And this one too low.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot.
Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 77-yard punt return.
And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Elliott now to add the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So his big play capability in full display there as he's able to return that punt for a touchdown. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. But Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Rough incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
On third down, it's Pacheco. Lose it. That time, and now it's fourth down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Well, the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Throwing is Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Elliott on, and the route is on here in this first half. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's second and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. There, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. For one more time, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman.
The highlights
with
from
our
the first
EA
half,
Sports
all
halftime
one-sided.
Coach.
This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already. The Eagles got a solid first half from last year's MVP runner-up, Jalen Hurts. He was nothing short of amazing, throwing 4 touchdown passes to help push his guys out to a sizable halftime lead. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Wide receiver A.J. Brown. You see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
Not a bad day at the office there. Maybe he would like the catch number to go up a little bit, but I think most guys would say 2 catches, 2 touchdowns. That's okay.
I think if the catch number goes up, we start talking about the record books because at that pace, this type of efficiency, oh yeah, I think I'd throw it to him a little bit more often.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw on that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. 1st down.
It looked like almost some miscommunication defensively because once he decided to keep it, he had pretty smooth sailing.
Yeah, it became a question of, wait a minute, who's got the quarterback? And when you talk about miscommunication, it's supposed to be called assignment football on the defensive side of the ball, but the assignment gets mixed up. That's the end result.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
DeAndre Swift.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles just continue to roll. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in.
This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A throw there, but they